The Lukas Project. The last relationship had ended like all the others. Not with a bang, but with a whisper. A quiet, final exhalation into the empty space between Lukas and the woman who was no longer his. He couldn't explain why he did it. The women were all kind, intelligent, and beautiful. They were flawless, and yet he would find himself pulling away. A creeping dread washing over him until he was alone again. He watched them go, their faces a mirror of his own confusion and despair. His mother, her face lined with the unspoken worries of a lifetime, had been the one to finally break through his wall of polite excuses. "Lukas," she'd said, her voice soft but firm, "what are you running from?" The question had pierced him. He wasn't running from them, he was running from himself. Or more accurately, from something within himself, an emptiness he couldn't name. He had lost touch with the man he was supposed to be. He had buried him under layers of curated personalities of a life lived for others, a life that was not his own. This wasn't a powerful story of self-love, it was a descent. As Lukas began his journey to rediscover joy, the world around him began to twist. His reflection in the mirror no longer seemed to be his own. The man staring back had a vacant look in his eyes, a flicker of something ancient and hungry. The steps he took to rediscover himself felt like being led on a leash by a sinister puppeteer. He found himself laughing at things that weren't funny, seeking out loud, crowded places that once had filled him with anxiety, and repeating phrases he didn't remember learning. He had believed he was trapped in his own life, but he was wrong. He was trapped in his own body. The real Lukas was screaming, a silent echo in the hollow space where his soul used to be. The person he had become, the person who was ready to love again, was a carefully constructed mask. A vessel. And now the vessel was filling with something else entirely. Something cold, something patient. Something that had been waiting for him to finally lose himself so it could move in. He took to staring at his hands, watching them move with a grace and purpose that felt alien.